What's up, Internet? Welcome back to the Roottrees Are Dead. In the last episode, we started the game, and we've identified the main three Roottree sisters. Ooh, I can use the scroll wheel. Of course I can. Okay, in the last episode, we also just got a general vibe of how big this game is. That music is loud, actually. I might go back and turn it down. Okay. All right, great. So we have a lot to do here. But I think there's a couple things we want to check out first. So first of all, let's look here. Not there. We've used that. Okay. 5 pieces. So this is something that we saw the last time. This is cool. I actually like this a lot. Oh. Okay. You've been in this line of work a long time. So long, in fact, that you've developed a sixth sense for how useful your evidence can be. The numbers in the magnifying glass refer to how many clues are connected to a specific piece of evidence. The higher the number, the more there is to find. At the start of your search, the notables list sets off alarm bells. A list of famous people that you can find via search engine. It's pretty rare to get something that useful. Best take advantage of it. As you progress, these numbers will change. Whenever you find more evidence or lock in family members, new discoveries will be added to the list and old evidence will become less useful. Trust your intuition. If a piece of evidence seems too good to be true, take a closer look at the people or phrases it mentions. Often, the most satisfying revelations come from retracing a path you thought was fully explored, armed with a new perspective. Sometimes the reason certain evidence has such high value is because it can lead to finding more evidence. You may be missing a huge piece of the puzzle. Interesting. Yeah, this is 11. That's a lot. So strawberry. Power plum. Awesome apple. Bad blue raspberry. Cool chocolate. There's 5 flavors because the original inventor had 5 kids. Maybe that's why the kids still love them. Radical new flavors because it's no longer the 1920s. What's even an elderberry anyway? Yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff here. This is an advertisement for the 5 pieces aimed at kids from the magazine Teen Blast. Okay, so hold on. So maybe, can we do... Okay, so I like everything I did here. I'm going to add a page. I like that I can do this. Oh, hello. Welcome to your notepad. On each page, other than this one, you could jot down important information such as names, family, relationships, yada, yada, yada. Highlight any text. Entire contents of your notepad are saved, even if you quit the game. Don't forget to check them when you return. Siblings, often referred to as brothers and sisters. People share that, whatever. Cousins, second cousins, people that share the same great-grandparents but not the same grandparents. Third cousins, people that share the same great-great-grandparents but not the same great-grandparents. In American school terms, K to 12 stands for kindergarten to 12th. Okay. This is an advertisement for, so this mentions that 5 pieces were named as such because the original creator had 5 children. The ad also mentions that the current 5 flavors are not the same as back then. Also, I want to add into here the 5 flavors. So can I move this? I can't. So let's zoom this in and then maybe I can... Oh, that doesn't work. Damn, that's annoying. Okay, hold on. So, cool chocolate, bad blue raspberry. Amazing apple. Awesome apple, power plum. And so strawberry. Okay. And then there was berry 6th flavor. This is how my notes actually look when I'm playing these kind of detective games. Okay, so there was a 6th flavor at some point that they got rid of. So 5 kids. I wonder if the kids are named close to the flavors, because those are a weird combination of flavors. Okay. Notable root trees. This is a list of notable Rootrees. The person you hired gave you this list and said everyone on it can be found easily via your search engine. Carl, Elias and Gwyneth, Gwyn, Red, Jim, Lauren, Miracle Jr. Any entry in the family tree that belongs to someone on this list will be marked with a star. Notable Rootrees will be crossed out after they are verified and locked. 34! That's a lot. Okay, so clearly that's the these people are the 6-ish that they want us to get, right? Of these people, these are the ones that they want us to start with, which is great. Which I can do. That we'll do next. This is our list. And the Roottree sisters and their parents died in a plane crash on December 6, 1998. The next evening, a shadowy figure appeared at your door and said the lawyers were looking to sort out the family tree. After a quick test, the figure gave you access to some resources. They said they would return in the time it took to fill out 6 more blood relatives. Okay. I can't take your face right now. Okay, so we just have like a story so far thing. All right, great. What time is it? So 20 minutes has passed. That's about accurate. Okay. I'm just curious about like a secretive element of this. The fact that there's also like there's also the second campaign too that we saw. It's so weird. There's some weird stuff going on. All right, so let's go back here. Before I start looking up information, I don't want to take in any new information until I've seen what this looks like. So I see this. We're going to get there in a second. But first of all, Roottree Candy Company. So the head of the timeline is going to be Elias and Gwyneth. Oh, and I see. They've marked them. Okay, great. And I actually have their portraits. So Elias Roottree and Gwyneth. Oh. Oh, shit. There's going to be multiple Gwyneths? Yeah, that's funny. So her name is actually Gwyneth Anderson. So they're always going to be looking for birth names, which is good to know. I need 3 more correct blood relatives. Once you verify this relative, you'll be able to add bonus photos. Interesting. Okay, so President. What did it say she's technically... What is her technical job? She was a farm owner, really, right? And then you are the first president. Right? Is there anything else that's better than that? I don't think so. You are the first president of the Roottree Candy Company, and you are married to the farmer that provided the apple stuff. Great. Does it give me names? Okay, so despite this also being a starred, that's interesting. It's a very big hint, I feel like, to just call them out. But I guess they want to try to help place. So there's pretty normal family tree looking stuff here. How many siblings? They said 5, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so there are 5. There are 5 siblings from these 2. We'll have to figure out who they are. Oldest sibling had two kids. And yeah, there's a lot of spouses. Look at that. So oldest sibling had 2 kids. Oldest of that kid had 2 kids. Oldest of that kid had 2 kids. So that family values right there. Where is it falling on the... Yeah, look. So generationally, this most recent generation is falling in line with the Roottree sisters. So there's a chance that all of these people are still alive. There's a chance that even some of these people are still alive. Maybe not so much these guys. So this person is married, maybe no kids yet. We don't know. It's 1998, and they founded in 1908. That's not a lot of generations that's a short amount of time, to be honest. Okay, so youngest kid of the first oldest. This is split up, divorced. Okay. Guardian. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's an interesting thing. So, does that ever appear anywhere else? No. So that's good to know. So if there's ever a mention of adoption or some sort of not direct like parenting, that would be with this person. And then this person and another spouse have had a... Oh, so this person has a picture. Okay. All right, so that's that first family tree. Then we get to this thing. You can open the envelope after the whole family tree has been filled in. It has 2 names that must be typed in manually. The clues are obscure, have been intentionally hidden in the past, and may even require some leaps in logic. Try to keep an eye out for any inconsistencies. So someone's like buried their history here. I wonder, what does this mean though? Does that mean it's another child? What is that braided rope? The braided rope means it's like a different type of relationship, right? That's what it seems like it's giving. So it could be their second illegitimate child. It could be... I don't know. That's a weird one. Okay. I will look for inconsistencies. So far, so good. They're married. Marriage. Don't forget... Family trees use surnames from birth, even if the person has changed their last name after marriages. Genealogy for dunces. Oh, it's the name of a book. Always use a person's most recent occupation. Okay, so people will have multiple jobs, obviously. This family is huge. This is our biggest family, and that leads to the Roottrees sisters. So the middle child of the original founders had 4 kids. Those 4 kids... each had a child of their own. Second oldest of them had the Rootrees sisters. This family is super volatile. Look at this shit. So, oldest kid was married to someone, broke up, married to someone, broke up, had a child with that person, but then went for someone else and then had 2 more kids with that person. That's a hell of a family. Okay. Second youngest, second youngest, split up, no remarriage. What does this mean? What in the fuck does that mean? Why is that boxed in but not connected? Do they not know? Do they not know if they're their kids? Are they adopted? Could be. The fact that the spouse is included within this makes me very scared. Does that are we implying that the spouse and the person that they're married to are related? That would be... I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we started revealing some like dark truths like that. That could be interesting. Hey, we're just the casual observer. We are not, as far as we know, we are not in the family. We are not affected by it. Okay, great. So I've looked at everything. I think it's going to be time to start digging in again. But before we do that, Business Watch. Oh, okay. Oh, man, I cannot type. Let's do it. Business Watch has awarded Watchman of the Year to many people throughout the years. Every 10 years, they publish the full list again. You search through the most recent list, and the only names you recognize are Elias Roottree in 1936 and Carl Roottree in 1987. I'm actually going to delete that from here, and I'm going to add that to this page. So I want to be a little bit more specific now. I'm just going to name this Early Goings. Just so that way we have a little bit of organization here. I'm going to be pretty on it, I feel like, about all this. Let's go back to Spider Search. Let's go back to business. Actually, I could just use the history. No, okay. So, and then we only have one periodical, and that's the only one. So that's okay. We got that. All right. Public library. What do we have? Author name, book title. Okay. Cool. We've mentioned 2 books, I think. Family Man. By Bess Williams. Published 1920, hardcover nonfiction anthology, an old book about Elias Roottree. There's no downloadable version available because the book is impossible to find these days. Okay. Published 1920. And I'm going to do like a stray facts page. I wonder if we could find the book. I could see that being a thing where we find the book and there's actually something in it that we didn't know. Okay, good. It knocks it in there. Okay, great. Yeah, this is what's so good about this system is like now I know what that's referring to, which is great. Let's go back to the history. There was another book. Here it is, yes. The Sweet History of Candy, Volume 2 by Charles Lee. Oh, okay. This is part of a book series about all things candy in the modern world. It starts in 1925 and continues onward to chronicle the rise of mass production and global distribution. The book ends with a look into the future of candy as envisioned by experts in 1985. With the addition of hindsight, you can clearly see they got pretty much everything wrong. It includes some print advertisements. You find a newspaper ad for 5 pieces from the 1930s added to evidence. Okay, so I'm just gonna create highlight. Very good. Okay, and now I'm curious. Yeah. You got it. If it's volume 2, you got to look at volume 1. This is a book about all things candy throughout history. It starts with historical accounts dating back to the ancient Egyptians and chronicles candy through the year 1924. It includes some print advertisements from companies you've heard of, including an extremely early newspaper ad for 5 pieces that Charles Lee included due to a major misprint. Ooh, okay. Gonna throw that one in there. Again, this is gonna be just like a scroll through thing. Is there a volume 3? No. Okay. Before we go and search the rest of the names, let's take a look at that stuff. You found this advertisement in The Sweet History of Candy, Volume 2 by Charles Lee. It's from 1928, 6 years after the debut of 5 pieces. It states that the flavors are inspired by their children, and the order is grape, elderberry, cinnamon extract, melon, and the newest flavor, Miracle Berry, and Miracle Junior is the name of one of the kids. So, well, Miracle Junior is probably the name of the kid that's the son or daughter of the original Miracle. Oy. Oh, and that's going to be that's the youngest. Okay, got it. So it's a miracle. Modern candy for modern society. Roottree's 5 pieces contain 5 different maple-infused flavors. The Roottrees are a proud family business, and our flavors are inspired by our children. G-E-C-E-M and M for Miracle Berry. Miracle Berry is a burst of beautiful blossoming blended berries. Try it today. So Miracle is probably the last kid. That might be the order of the kids even. But I think most safely, Miracle is probably the youngest child. And I'm going to check this actually. Let's see. Yeah, and on the notable list, Miracle Jr. was on there, and this person is Miracle Jr. probably. So I'm actually almost feel confident enough to put that in there. So let's just look at miracles on the list. Miracle the third. So this is probably Miracle Roottree. This is Miracle Jr. This is Miracle Jr. And then we don't know. Well, actually, yeah, we would know, right? Because if you're Miracle Jr., then family lineage-wise, that's probably Miracle the Third. I'm happy to put that in there, actually, because I feel really confident about that. Okay. Don't know anything else about them. Don't know what they look like, but that's a good start. That's a really good start. Okay, great. Now, I'm curious, looking at the list of people, I'm not going to put anything in yet, but their last name would be Roottree, right? So now we look at who else has a Roottree last name, right? So born a Roottree, cinnamon extract, Clancy Edward, either Gwyn or Gwendolyn, Margalite or Miracle. There were two M's, weren't there? So Margalite might be the other M. I forget what the other E for elderberry. So Edward, Elias. Okay. There's people to work with, but now we have initials, which is really, really helpful. But I feel really good about this. Okay. Let's go back to this. So actually early goings, candy. Let's add this in the candy section. And then I want to also add this into first generation. Maybe we'll change what this page is once we see more of it, but for now I'm going to add this also into oh, I can't do that. Okay, so instead I'm just going to do GECEM miracle. Okay. And now even older. Oh, egg cream. You found this advertisement in The Sweet History of Candy, Volume 1 by Charles Lee. It's from 1924, 2 years after the debut of Five Pieces. The author included it because of the spelling error on the word available near the bottom. Available. It states that the flavors are inspired by their children, and the order is grape, elderberry, egg cream. That's such a terrible cinnamon extract and melon. So what is cinnamon extract or egg cream? I see. So they're probably EC, but they changed it because the flavor sucks. So they just changed the initials are the same. I get it. Okay. So let's do CE is also egg cream replaced for cinnamon extract. Okay. I haven't done as much typing in any of these videos. This is interesting. Okay. Cool. Notable Roottrees. Let's take a look at this again. So, Elias and Gwyneth, Gwyn, Red, Jim, Lauren, Miracle Jr. And they're all somehow important. And actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make one more page. I know I'm a crazy person, but let's do this. To research. So this will be my page of active to-do list, basically. So I'm gonna just do this. Cool. Okay. Now I feel confident enough to start researching new stuff. Just taking a look at what time we got. Okay, so we're nearing an end of an episode, but I'm going to start with the process of looking things up. So, who's first? Well, actually, there was one that it said we should come back and look at, right? So, what did it say? Once you finish placing Roottree, yeah, Carl Roottree, right. Okay, so we'll just start right there. There we go. Okay, cool. So, Carl Roottree died in the recent plane crash along with his wife, Brenda, and their daughters, the Roottrees sisters. He was the president of the Roottree Candy Company, as well as the clothing company Root, which he co-founded with his wife. So he's technically the president of that company, too. There's a short press release that the Roottree Candy Company released today to news organizations. It's with a heavy heart that we mourn the loss of Carl, Brenda, and the Roottree sisters, and the other employees that perished in the terrible tragedy. The entire Roottree family is in shock and requesting privacy at this time. As the head of our company, Carl was an incredible man and an unmatched leader. Filling his absence will be difficult and may take considerable time. In the interim, we hope that you join us in looking back fondly on Carl and his family's triumphs and accomplishments. They go on to list some of those accomplishments. One of them seems relevant to their search. Like his great-grandfather before him, we've already kind of found that out. Okay, great. Not as super helpful, but I just remembered we could probably put them in. So their parents, this is Carl Roottree. He was, oh, that's interesting. What number president was he? I mean, if they have a 5th president, I have to assume that that's what it is, but I might be wrong about that. I don't have a picture for him yet. He is married to Brenda White by birth. Oh, there's another picture of Raina, though, too. Okay. Okay, back to this. Who is next? Roottree sisters. Carl Roottree, Elias. Which I also have looked up. I got ahead of it from the last one. Yeah. And then I did do Gwyneth or no? She had no brothers. I'm gonna mark that. Before Elias took over, the farm produced only syrup. I'm really now trying to be conscious of those, the inconsistencies. All right, let's get to some new people. Roottree. All right, we got it. We got a picture of Gwyn. You find some information on a website about old films that are not yet available on VHS. The site is not very well organized, and the search is broken, but you can get to individual pages from your search engine. Gwyn Roottree is a somewhat well-known actress who was active in the 1950s. She often appeared in tabloids, especially around the time of her highly publicized divorce. Her biggest role was the minor hit movie Guys Like Us. She left Hollywood after the flop of Christmas Mission. There's a widely circulated picture of Gwyn from behind the scenes on one of her movies, which you've added to evidence. Did you know trivia? Gwyn was the granddaughter of Elias Roottree, the founder of Roottree Candy. She shouldn't have been named Roottree, but her father took her mother's famous name. Okay, this is all... Okay. So we're going to try to identify who Gwyn is. So Gwyn was the granddaughter of Elias Roottree, the founder of Roottree Candy. She shouldn't have been named Roottree, but her father took her mother's famous name, which was quite rare. Okay, so let's look up these movies. Right? Nothing else? Okay, so yeah, Guys Like Us. Let's do that first. Okay. Guys Like Us is a 1953 film in which two secretaries cut their hair short and pose as businessmen to get ahead in life until one of them falls in love with their client and hilarity ensues. Starring Gwyn Roottree, Leslie Florence, and Harrison Lane. We're going to just quickly look those guys up too. And I'll delete that once I have things. Did you know the title is a play on words, as it can be read that the two women are men similar to other men, or that the men are fond of them? Oh, Guys Like Us. That's fun. I like that. Okay, cool. Christmas Mission. Let's do that. Christmas Mission is on a page called Flops. It was a war movie about World War I released in 1955 that received poor reviews and lost the studio money. Gwyn Roottree had a role as a soldier's wife who wrote him letters from home. You find no additional relevant information. Did you know the movie was marketed as an incredible true story, but no record of the events happening has ever been found? Okay. Okay, so now let's just look up some of these extra actors. Leslie Florence was Gwyn Roottree's co-star in Guys Like Us. Not much relevant information. She does not have any additional credits on the site. Okay, how about Harrison Lane? Harrison Lane Was a television actor with a major role in Guys Like Us and some other films. His largest role before Guys Like Us was as the villain in the first season of Western Frontiers. Due to the popularity of Guys Like Us, the studio brought back Lane to play the villain's twin brother. This time joining as a hero. The studio brought Lane back to play the villain's twin brother. This time as a hero, joining the protagonist. Oh, for Western. I was like, in the movie about the two girls? Western Frontiers has no connection to the Rootrees. Harrison Lane seems to be a dead end. Did you know Harrison Lane married his high school sweetheart after they reunited at a movie premiere? Oh, very cute. Okay, so let's delete this note, and now let's do Western Frontiers. Harrison Lane was... Okay, nope. Cool, so that's done. Okay, so this is important. So let's go back to... Nope, here. Her highly publicized divorce. Gwyn Roottree is somewhat... So she's the granddaughter of... She's the granddaughter of Elias, right? That's what it said? Yes. Granddaughter of Elias, so she's on this level, but she had a highly publicized divorce. So it's probably this person. And you're notable. It's got to be. So you are Gwyn. We don't know what your spouse's name is. Unknown occupation. You're an actor. Okay, and let's go to the photos. Yeah, you look like the rest of them. This photo is a widely circulated photo of Gwyn Roottree. You've seen it on multiple websites about old films. Gwyn Roottree is on the notable Roottrees list, yada, yada, yada. Okay, I think I might lock in 3 here. Let's see what happens. Oh. Maybe not. Okay. I need 3 more correct blood relatives before they'll lock in. Oh, so I have something wrong, I think. How about... Is farmer not the right thing here? Nope. Director, doctor, driver, farmer. Housewife? Oh, man. Not the housewife. These 3 entries are correct and have been locked. Yeah. You've also locked the following optional entry. Brenda White. Okay, very good. Booyah! I like the kind of goofy undertone that this has. The game is kind of like playing with us a little bit. It's fun. Okay, so those are locked in. Great. And we could get another photo of Elias. And this is locked in. We don't know what your spouse's name is. Right? Correct? We... Highly publicized divorce. Yeah, it doesn't say it here. So we'll have to suss that out at some point. Okay, great. I think I'm gonna cut it off. Ideally, I try to get new people locked in every episode, but it might get harder and harder as we go. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see future episodes. I love detective games and puzzle games, obviously, but detective games are kind of it's like my lifelong passion to play a game like this. So I'm super excited to share this with you. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.